So I'm just going to give you the thoughts on this jacket. I've had it a couple of months now, and I think the way I've got it today, this is sort of ideal conditions really, because I'm doing a round to work and there's some pretty intense sort of active walking. You're up and down, it undulates quite a lot, and some sort of quite steep bursts here, but it's good for cardio workout and that sort of thing. You can see my face has gone all red actually, and but this jacket is designed for this type of activity, the active walking, pushing, you know, you're pushing on a bit. And the great thing is this back panel here, I think you see it, all the black on the back, that's that four-way stretch, and it ventilates. So you can see I've got my backpack. I generally, of course, I use this for hiking, this jacket, but in if it does start to rain, I think I mentioned before, I'm going to get some wax and wax these panels, so it's just get it some resistance and on the parts that are exposed over the shoulders. Anyway, I've done the full review, I'll put the link in here. But the four-way stretch gives you ventilation, so you like to now I've got a wicking top underneath and I'm generating some heat, so I've just had to take my fleece off underneath, and but I'm perfectly warm at the moment because I'm in the sun. It's a bit chilly, but the body, the main sort of back panel of this jacket allows you to ventilate very, very easily. So this is what it's designed for. I think I might have mentioned on my initial review, it's kind of getting your head around what this jacket's for. It's not, you know, you're not going to stand in the rain in it because you're going to get the back of you going to get soaked. And but it's horses for courses, isn't it? Again, I've always have my outer shell with me, and you know, I don't leave the house without it really. But for conditions like this, these the combination of the trousers and this jacket suit is perfect. So I've been really pleased with it, and you know, so far so good. The quality's good. I think the only thing I would say about this particular jacket from RevolutionRace is just they need to get on top of the way they cut off the stitching. So it hasn't had a detrimental effect on the quality or the sort of robustness of the jacket. It hasn't come, the seams haven't come apart. In fact, the trousers, the Wonder Pro trousers, are really tough and they're great. I love them actually. I think I prefer these to the Fiara and Vida Pros that I've got. I just think they're cut better and they just feel nicer when they're on. They're more of a hiking trouser. The Vida Pros I know is a bushcraft trouser, and they're not a direct comparison with this type of trouser. I think you probably have to compare a Keb trouser, but you know, I think I've said before, at 200 quid for a pair of trousers that aren't waterproof. I love it. But I'm really pleased with it. I'm tempted to look at the Cyclone outfit. I know they do it in trousers, and they also do what they class as a full waterproof jacket, so I might get that suit and treat myself in a couple of months and give that a good old test. And but again, not disappointed at all, and really pleased with RevolutionRace so far. So great. Right, I'm going to get myself up this hill and then we'll see some views of the Vale. So as you can see, it's we just stopped for a while, and I think as I was coming up those hills before, it was generating a lot of heat from the fleece that I had underneath this jacket here. So I've just stopped a bit and I'm just feeling a chill now, because as I said before, this is a light jacket. It's not like a heavy winter jacket. There's a one layer system here. You've got this poly cotton mix here, and you've got the four-way stretch on the back. So this is a kind of, I'd say, reasonably wind resistant. It's sort of moderate wind today. You might pick it up on the camera. It's certainly not heavy wind, but as I stood here now, I'm just starting to feel the cold a bit that I'm standing around. So when I finish this piece of camera, I'm going to put my fleece back on. So as I said, you know, your exercise, this is designed, this coat, for those of you who are interested in buying it, it is for active walking, to be worn with a rucksack over the back, which covers kind of this panel, but you'll ventilate anyway out of here. This is quite a key feature, whereas the trousers are the same type of ventilation. So as I was saying, in terms of the quality of the trousers, I mean, I was wearing these yesterday out and about, and I've got sort of long johns. I've got a layer underneath, a base layer, so because it's quite cold. But I like these trousers. I've got to say I prefer these trousers to the Fjällräven's Vida Pros. I just like the cut on these better. I think now that RevolutionRace have sorted out the bottom of the trousers with these zips that I've shown on my previous video, I'll put the link in here, crafting and that type of activity in the woods. If you're like into fishing or shooting or hunting or that type of thing, more outdoorsy rather than just out and out hiking or walking, these trousers again wouldn't seem out of place. So I'm really pleased with them. I think for the money, the trousers are really tough and good. They've got this stretch, they've got here triple stitching here, the double layered here, so the four-way stretch. And on the poly cotton mix, again, some double stitching here, and there's like where the stress points on the knees, they are all double stitched. So I mean, they're just really good quality, and I just love these zipper here, the ventilation, and the fact that it's got the sort of the mesh there to ventilate, but you don't see the inside of your leg. That's just a personal thing that I like. But yeah, I had these trousers. I had these before probably about 6 months now, and these are my go-to pair of trousers at the moment. I absolutely love them. I think the only thing that kind of you've got to think about is they're not waterproof. You know, they are, you've got to wax them to get a level of water resistance. I'm going to do that just to sort of test them out, but I think for a fully sort of out and out pair of waterproof trousers, I've got a pair of sprayways which are, you know, waterproof trousers, and we were out the other week and they really saved these. I put them over these and they was really saved them. They were really good, so I'll probably just pack those. I know RevolutionRace do a kit called the Cyclone Jacket, which is I think they do 2 waterproof ones. There's one called Highball, which is a more cut like an active jacket like this, and then you've got the Cyclone, which is a bit more of a looser fitting waterproof. So maybe I'll try one of their outfits there, maybe the Cyclone trousers, which are fully waterproof, and give them a test. I know I've seen some videos online of pretty hardcore tests of them, which they seem to have done all right. So again, for the price point, I think, you know, a jacket and a pair of trousers, if they're as good as they make out they are in their marketing, you know, certainly it would be a good investment. But I think I'll go for those as my sort of last venture into RevolutionRace for the time being. Interestingly enough, I know recently they have started to do footwear, and I think, you know, they're coming about £100 for their approach shoes. I don't know what they're going to be like. I personally would probably stick with someone like Salomon really, or North Face for me, because I've tried those before and I just absolutely love them. But you kind of stick with what you like, don't you? But from this gear, I have not been disappointed, and on a day like this, it's just fabulous. Now the off-roaders are just coming up here, and I'll take some film of them. All right, I think the Scramblers, these aren't the four-wheel drives, these are, yeah, the motorbikes. So I'm gonna ring my daughter and see if she's all right. Okay, take care. Whee!